Hello, welcome back to the Soul of Books podcast, a hangout place for all the book lovers out there. I hope you guys are having a great day. Let's get started. Today I will sharing my thoughts on the famous series called An Ember in the Ashes, written by Sabaa Tahir. So, the story is set in a very dystopian kind of world, and the kingdom is ruled by the martial empire where defiance is faced with death. It is in this brutal world, inspired by ancient Rome, that Laia, one of our main protagonists, lives. She lives with her grandparents and older brother. The family lives in the empire's ruined back streets. They do not challenge the empire. We have seen what happens to those who do. Those who do not vow their blood and bodies to the emperor risk the execution of their loved ones and the destruction of all they hold dear. But when her grandparents are killed in front of her and her brother is hauled off to prison, Laia is forced to make a decision. In exchange for help from rebels who promise to rescue her brother, she will risk her life to spy for them from within the Empire's greatest military academy, Blackcliff. At the Blackcliff Academy, students are given specially made masks when they become soldiers at 14. Now, over time, and the more they wear them, the masks dissolve into the person's face like liquid silver. Now, this is where Laia meets Elias, our second protagonist and one of the school's finest soldiers. Elias doesn't secretly support the Empire and wants to flee when the time is right. But unfortunately, he is selected as one of the candidates that have to go to trials, and the winner gets to be the new ruler. But you see, that's the thing. Elias doesn't want to be a ruler, he wants to flee the Empire. Then we have another character called Helen, who is Elias's best friend. She is clever and ruthless. She's a true martial, more loyal to the Empire than to her own mother. Kind of sounds ironical, but yeah, that's who she is. She takes Blackcliff's motto, duty first unto death, to heart. She gets her own POVs in the book as the story progresses. Now don't worry, this is not a usual love triangle kind of cliche story. You get more depth to the story and meet new interesting characters that come up as the story goes on. Though the first book takes place in the Empire's military academy, later books will branch out and explore different parts of the world and their cultures, histories, breathing life and depth into the world. Now you get to meet many mythical characters throughout the story. There are so many magical elements in the book that will just blow you away. It's fast-moving, has dimensional and diabolical villains. Now the villains are the people you love to hate, and plenty of plot twists. In short, it's amazing. The second part of the series is called A Torch Against the Night, the third called Reaper at the Gates, and the final part called Sky Beyond the Storm. I read this book at the very beginning of the pandemic when the fourth and the final part called Sky Beyond the Storm came out. I loved it so much that I typed in a message to the author rambling on about how much I loved the books. Now you see, I wasn't expecting a reply. I thought maybe an auto reply will come. I don't know. But guess what? I got a legit reply from Sabaa Tahir. And listen, I know she's not listening to this podcast, but if you are Sabaa, by any teeny tiny chance, I want you to know that you made me happy, your writing gave me hope, and I enjoyed my time visiting the world you built. I genuinely want to give more details about the plot, but that would be spoiling the book for you, and I'm gonna restrain myself from doing that. And hey, listeners, if you are a fan of Taylor Swift, you should try listening to the Folklore and Evermore album while reading this series. I especially recommend Willow and Exile. It goes so well with this series. And if you have already read this, then you might also like the Red Queen series, Shadow and Bone series, Graceling series, Ash Princess series. And yeah, I did reviews on the Red Queen and Ash Princess on my channel, so go check it out if you want to. And don't forget to let me know your views on the book in the message or comment section. If you guys have any recommendations from me, do let me know. And if you are new here and like the content, consider following or subscribing to be notified when I post new content. Alright, that's it for the week. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.